Yo, what is up everybody, it's the Anime Corner. Got another haul for you guys for the months of October and November. This time around I didn't pick up as many manga. I wanted to save some money, especially with the holidays coming up. But I did pick up a lot of anime and also graphic novels, so yeah. With that being said, let me show you what I picked up. Alright, so I'm gonna start off with the anime. Right Stuff had a sale going on for Gundam. It was like buy 5 Gundam DVDs for $50, so I took advantage of that. So basically the first one we have is 8th MS Team, which is one of my personal favorite Gundam series. It's definitely my top like 5, maybe top 3. I just love so much about it that it is more of a realistic take for a Gundam series, or at least as realistic as you can get, because Gundam can be more about overpowered mechas and mobile suit pilots who have like these abilities, these new types, but that's not the case with the 8th MS Team. It's more of just a military story. It's a spin-off set in the Universal Century timeline. With that being said, you actually could watch this without having previous Gundam, experience, because it is just a regular spin-off story and it's really short. It's like 13 episodes. You have this male character who's a part of the Earth Federation. You have this female character, part of the Zeon Federation. And they have like this romantic bond, so somewhat like a Romeo and Juliet type storyline, but it's actually done really well. It's a very gritty and dark story, but it has a lot of great action scenes, and I would definitely check it out if you guys have never checked it out before. The next one we have is Gundam F91. This is one of the few Gundam series I have never been able to see. Back in the days it used to be out of print, so I never was able to pick it up, but finally have it now. I haven't heard any good things about F91. I know it takes place like I think 30 years after Char's counterattack, so that's the only thing I know about it. And also that it was supposed to be a series, but now it's a movie, so yeah, I'm hoping I'm gonna enjoy this one. I'll have lower expectations when I watch it. Next up we have Gundam The Origin. Now, Gundam The Origin anime, from what I know, it is not adapting Gundam Origin manga story. It is a prequel that talks about Char Aznavold origin story, and if you guys don't know who Char Aznavold is, he is probably one of the most iconic anime villains of all time. So I have been really dying to watch this anime. Whenever I binge watch some of these, I'll probably watch this after I watch Gundam F91. And last up we have Zeta Gundam. Zeta Gundam is the sequel to the original Gundam, but one of the things that makes Zeta Gundam pretty unique is I know a lot of Gundam fans that actually prefer Zeta Gundam over the original. I've seen a lot of people say it's the greatest out of the franchise. I have never watched Zeta Gundam all the way through. I watched it when I was really young. I think I was halfway finished, but never ever got to complete it. And I remember enjoying it as a kid, but I didn't love it back then. I think when I was a kid, I was a little bit more bored with it. But I'm a lot older now, and my, opinions on anime are obviously going to change as you get older. So I am looking forward to rewatching this from beginning to end, because I'm very curious to see if I'm going to love it as much as the rest of the Gundam fans. Alright, so moving on to the manga, we have To Your Eternity Volume 7. Another great volume from the series. I really enjoyed it. It was an emotional one. I talked a good bit about the series in each haul, so if you guys haven't checked it out, I definitely recommend it. Alright, next up we have Gundam Thunderbolt Volume 9. Still haven't read this volume yet, but I did read the last volume and I enjoyed it. There's certain things I haven't been enjoying in the manga, but the one thing I did enjoy in the last volume was, them focusing on Daryl Lawrence, him trying to retrieve the Saikuzaku, and also his character dealing with having missing limbs and his prosthetics, the psychological angle of having that. And the one thing I haven't really been enjoying in, I would say in the last volume especially, I have not been digging the Buddhist monk cult storyline and plot in here so far. So I hope that it's going to get a little bit more intriguing for me in this volume, so we'll see. I'm sure we're going to get more into that and also get back to the main protagonist from the Earth Federation. So I'm hoping I will enjoy this volume just as much, if not more. Also picked up Dr. Stone Volume 2. I just finished reading this. I actually enjoyed the second volume a lot more than the first. I thought the first one was just okay. but reading this makes me definitely want to continue reading it. So yeah, I look forward to volume 3. Also picked up Devilman the Classic Collection 2. I am actually currently reading this right now, almost finished with it. Really enjoy Devilman. I'm not like the biggest horror fan, but I really like Go Nagai's Devilman a lot. I enjoyed the anime Devilman Crybaby, but actually I have to say I'm enjoying the manga even more. I really like his art style, which I didn't think I was going to. And I like the differences between the anime and the manga. I know the anime is more of a modern, take on it, but really enjoying this one. I would say the biggest differences that I've noticed so far, besides art style, is time travel. There's a lot of time travel in the manga, and I don't remember that at all in the anime. And also Miki as a character is very, very different in the anime and in the manga. I would actually say she's a little bit more annoying in the manga, but yeah, her storyline's slightly different. But overall, yeah, I'm really enjoying this series. Alright, so moving on to the graphic novels, which I actually picked up quite a few because Barnes & Noble's had a buy 2 going free deal. And the first one we have is Death of Captain America. Just like the title says, this is when Captain America dies right after Civil War, and Bucky, aka the Winter Soldier, takes up the mantle of Captain America. Really enjoy this a lot. This may be my favorite Captain America story. Between this or Winter Soldier, I have been really enjoying Ed Brubaker's run. His writing has made me appreciate the character a lot more of Steve Rogers as Captain America. And also I really liked seeing Bucky as Captain America. I thought he was pretty badass. And I enjoyed seeing the friendship between, Falcon and Captain America, and also Bucky and Cap. Really just how much they really respect their friend a lot. And also having a lot of emotional, plots with Sharon Carter, Captain America's girlfriend. It was a pretty deep, intense storyline. I really enjoyed it a lot. Definitely have to pick up more of this run. Alright, if you guys remember my last haul, I did pick up a graphic novel called Kill or Be Killed. And I picked up the rest of the volumes of that series. Barnes & Noble's had a sale for graphic novels for Marvel and DC and Image, so I decided to pick up all the volumes because it is a very short series. And I read it all, and I have to say I really enjoyed it a lot from start to finish. The ending's a little bit cliche, but it didn't change the way I felt of the whole series. I absolutely loved it. Ed Brubaker's writing was fantastic, especially the narrating where the main character is talking to himself and also talking to the reader itself. It has a lot of humor in it. It is very dark humor, but it is pretty funny at times. And also the art by Sean Phillips is amazing. I love his art style. Like I said, you guys know I love crime noir, and that's really what he's good at. And overall, I really enjoyed this story. It is a very dark vigilante story. Has a little bit supernatural elements to it. Is dealing with family relationship issues, mental illness problems, secrets, bitterness, betrayal. It has a very dark story, so it's not going to be for everybody, but if you guys like dark stories, this is definitely a must read. They're actually going to be making this into a film. I think one of the John Wick directors is going to be making this into a live action film, so that's also coming out. But yeah, overall, I definitely recommend reading this. The next graphic novel we have is Pride of Baghdad. I just finished reading this volume today, and I have to say this was a beautifully written and also drawn series about a pack of lions from the zoo in Baghdad during 2003. There was a bombing in Iraq, and you see these lions trying to survive during that situation while everything's happening and all the chaos. And yeah, this was a really great read. Very short one. Definitely not for everybody because this is pretty mature. It's very graphic, but the art in here is absolutely amazing. Very beautiful. Almost like a dark version of Lion King, I guess. But I like seeing all of the things happening through the eyes of the animals instead of humans. And yeah, definitely recommend this if you guys want to try something different. Alright, so for the last thing I did pick up, it is Marvelocity. I did not expect to be picking this up, but when I saw this was on sale, I had to get it because I am a gigantic Alex Ross fan. He is my all-time favorite artist. and they're supposed to have like never before seen like drawings that he did, and talks a little bit of about his background and how he, you know, draws, and shows a little bit of the old art pictures he did when he was a little kid. So yeah, I'm gonna open this up and take this slip cover off, which has like a bunch of amazing illustrations: Doctor Strange, Luke Cage, Storm, just amazing artwork in here. Just absolutely love Alex Ross. I remember the first time I ever seen an Alex Ross painting. It was I was like a little kid. I think it was like 8 years old, at a comic book store. My mom took me, and they had this massive Superman illustration on the front door, and I was just amazed. It just looked so realistic and just real. It didn't even look like a painting anymore. It just really looked like an actual person dressed in a Superman costume. That's how amazed I was as a kid. And yeah, his artwork is just fantastic. I'm really happy to have this book. I actually do not own Kingdom Come. Thinking about it right now, I need to pick up the 20th anniversary of Kingdom Come, and also Justice, done by Alex Ross. But yeah, just looking at these pages right here, just absolutely nice, and glad to have this in the collection. So yeah, that is pretty much it for everything I picked up for the last 2 months. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. I wish you guys a happy holidays, and we'll love it if you guys like, comment, subscribe, and your boy's out.